Good evening, everyone. Welcome once again to our Saturday practice, the afternoon practice for me, and morning for those who are in Asia. Good morning to you. And so let's begin. This is going to be 1 hour as opposed to the morning, which is more like 2 hours. And not only that, but we'll be practicing exclusively from a sitting position. So let's calibrate our body, our mind, and our breath. Breath is the most basic form of qi. So let's put our attention onto our body, starting from the spine. Straighten up the spine, open the shoulder, relax. Lean back the forehead so the weight of the head is on top of our shoulder. And now we bring the attention to our hand. And as we raise the hand, the mind goes with the hand. Bring it all the way up to the shoulder level. Focus on the wrist. We're going to be doing some warm-up joint exercise. It's warm-up not only for the joint, but also for the mind. So as we rotate the joints, pay attention to the joints. Observe the change in your body, any pain, numbness, sweat. And now go the other way, very slow. Try to stay with the hand. Try not to let the mind drift away. And now put your hands down. Once again, calibrate our body, open the shoulders, straighten up our spine, relax. Bring up a hand and a mind together. Bring it all the way to shoulder level. Focus on the elbow. Very slow. Rotate the elbow. Again, focus on the change in your body. Observe any pain, any numbness, any sweat, any heat. And now go the other way. The beginning is very slow. Because after all, this is not just an exercise. This is actually meditation. It just happens that we are moving while we're meditating. Okay? Most people think that we have to stand still to meditate. Now put down your hand. We'll go from a wrist to an elbow and now to a shoulder. Straighten up the spine, open your shoulder, very slow, move up, stretch, hold, and as you hold, examine your mind. As you come down, the mind stays with the hand together. Relax. One more time. Up. Stretch. Open the shoulder. Bring it down. Open the shoulder. Bring it up. Open the shoulder. Bring it down. One more time. Stretch. Hold. When you come down, make sure the mind goes with the hand. And now we're going to go the other way. Open first. Stretch, hold, and then come down. Open first. Stretch, hold, and then come down. One more time. Open, stretch, and come down. Now we're going to do front and back. Put the hands in the front at about shoulder level. And as we bring it up, we open. And we bring the hand as far back as we can. We feel quite a bit of pain on the shoulder. Okay, just stay focused, observe the pain, embrace the pain. Understand the difference between pain and suffering. Open, bring it down, one more time. Open all the way, bring the hands all the way back. Pain is just physical pain. Suffering is mental, okay? Now put your hands in the back, as far back as you can. Bring it up. Stretch, hold, come down very slowly, all the way back. Up, stretch, and come down. All the way back. Stretch, and come down. We talk a lot about qi here, but the word qi, a single Chinese word, doesn't have much meaning. The meaning varies quite a bit, and actually varies from just breathing. just breathing, to circulation, to ultimately energy, right? So breathing is very important and circulation is very important. So the joint exercise allows us to improve the circulations around the joints, which has no blood vessel. So we're going to be spending some more time on that. So open the shoulder, and this is called the double blade, right? Imagine your hands like two blades, one in front protecting yourself, and the other one go all the way around. And as you go around, imagine somebody is attacking you from the back. You open the shoulder, you feel the pain, you accept the pain, you welcome the pain. Now go to the other side. Now holding the right hand stationary, separating the left brain from the right brain. And open that, feel the pain. One more time. Open that, all the way around, and all the way around, going back to the left. And bring your hands down, relax. And we're going to continue to work on the shoulder. This time we're going to use another martial art form, martial art practice, Shaolin martial art, called throwing the shoulder, okay? So, but this time it's important that the mind and the body is together. So calibrate your mind, bring your mind to the right hand, bring up the right hand, make the fist, follow the fist with your eye and your mind together. Up, bring it back down, throw the shoulder, okay? Separate, and then bringing the mind to the right, to the left, up, come back, give it to the right arm, down, come back, give it to the left arm, down, one more time, up, up, down, down. Now we're gonna do both sides, open the shoulder, both sides, same time, 1, 2, follow the hand, 3, 4, and 5. Wrist, elbow, shoulder. Now we're almost ready for the neck, okay? And the next exercise is going to be that part right behind your back, between your left shoulder and right shoulder, and between your neck and your spinal cord. And it's a very important part here. It is the bottleneck for the energy, the chi that comes up through your spine. So sit properly, straighten up your spine, open your shoulder. Now focus on the top of your shoulder and bring it up, all the way up to your ear, all the way up. Now bring it all the way back. As you bring it back, open that shoulder. Feel the stress between your left and your right shoulder and between your neck and your spinal cord. And then relax. One more time. Bring it all the way up. All the way up. All the way back. Open. Feel the stress in the back. Relax. One more time. Bring it all the way up. All the way in the back, open the shoulder and relax. Now sit properly, straighten up your spine, open the shoulder, lean back the forehead so the weight of the head is on top of your shoulder, tuck in your chin so that the top of the head is facing the sky. And now we're going to use our right hand, and we're going to bring the head, try to force the head to the right, but we're going to stay pointing to the sky and relax. Now we're going to go to the other side. Pull the head to the left, but we're going to fight it with the neck. And relax. Completely relax. We're going to take the head very gently, rotate towards the back, rotate towards the right, all the way around to the left. Continue clockwise. And now we're going to go the other way, counterclockwise. Again, sitting straight, upright, the top of the head pointing to the sky. Now we're going to take the right hand, going to reach back at the back of the ear, and you can feel the bone, and now bring the fingers down so you're away from the bone. You're actually now on the left side of the neck where there's no more bone, and just enough to fit 4 fingers. Now use all 4 fingers and just very slowly massage. Don't try to squeeze it, don't try to rub it. Just very gently move the muscle around. And now do the same thing on the other side. Very gently press it down first and then move around a little bit. Okay, now we're ready for the next part of the exercise, which is about clearing any blockage on the chi line. So we talk about these chi lines. And if you haven't joined, please join the circle, our Insight Timer circle. It's Denny, DENNY, KMIU.com/circle. And recently I posted an article that talked about the origin of these energy lines. We talk about the 12 secondary energy lines. 6 of them are from the hand, 6 of them are from the toes, and then the 2 primary energy line. Okay, I talk about that, so you need to catch up on that. But in any case, we're going to be working on initially on the 6 energy lines, and we start with the extremities. We start with the fingertips. So we're going to be doing some finger exercise. Sit up straight, open the shoulder. Bring your hands towards the front, lock your elbow, focus on the 4 fingers. Imagine that they're like springs, so you want to hold down the springs with your thumb, and now you want to wind up those 4 fingers, but you're going to hold it down with the thumb, hold it, and then it's going to explode. Okay, get ready. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Continue. Open the shoulder. Review the 2 energy points here called the gate to the cloud. Now we're going to close the energy line between the thumb and the middle finger. This is between the lung and the pericardium. Put that on top of the gate to the cloud. Sit up straight. Get ready. 1, the back of the hand facing the camera. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. The Chinese believe that there are 5 critical organs, and we call this the treasure organs. Treasure organ meaning that they're the one that contains the essence, those you were born with, and they are called the yin organs or the treasure organs. But there's 6 energy lines that goes with the 5, because the heart actually has 2 energy lines. One has to do with the muscular part of the heart, the Western concept of the heart, which we call the pericardium. And then the other one has to do with the heart, which is the emotional part of the heart. But in any case, 6 energy line actually corresponds to 5 of these called treasure organs. The treasure organs are the one that contains the essence. The most important one to me, for the modern people, I believe, is the kidney. The kidney is the second heart. Not only that, it contains the essence that allows the body to manufacture marrow. And of course, from that you have both the red and the white blood cell. But not only that, the Chinese believe that the brain matter is part of the marrow. It goes up to your spine and then continue to go up to your brain. Now, these yin organs or treasure organs are very interesting. The energy lines, 3 of them from your fingers and 3 of them from your toes, they come together. And the yin energy lines all goes in the front. And this is what I like to translate as gestation. This is the first energy line that is formed in the fetus when they're inside the mother. All the organs associated with this are the must-have. The heart, the lung, the liver, the splint, which includes the splint and the pancreas, and the kidney. Those are the must-have. You don't have that, you're not viable. Then the rest of the organ, there's 6 other organs called the yang organ. Now by yin and yang, the yang is the sun. That's the word for the sun. So if you think of yourself as a being in the universe, and just think about how insignificant you are compared to the rest of the universe, that you couldn't possibly have any effect on the universe. Then the logic dictates that the universe will have tremendous effect on you, correct? If you can't influence the other guy influence you. So our well-being is very much influenced by our solar system, the planets in the solar system, particularly the sun. So the sun, the part that is exposed to the sun, we call the yang. The part is hidden away from the sun, we call the yin. The yins are the ones that is in the front. The yang are the ones in the back. The yin are called the treasure organs. They are the ones that first get developed. The yang organs in the back, these are what we call the vessel. I translate it as a vessel, meaning that it's kind of interesting. Those organs, instead of containing the essence, they are hollow. They actually allow you to pass through fluid of food, things like the stomach, the bladder, the intestines, both large and small, and then gallbladder, and then so forth and so on. And the energy lines in the back, the yang energy line, is the protector for the front. So we're going to we just briefly work on the 6 in the hand. So now we're going to come to the middle. And we're going to come back to the middle. This is how we're going to finish up today's exercises, that we're ultimately going to work on this primary vessel. So we're going to work on this front, which contains all the treasure organs. We're going to do that by deep breathing. Because by doing deep breathing, we're actually exercising the diaphragm. The diaphragm is a connective tissue, and all the other organs, each is wrapped by connective tissues. All the connective tissues are connected. So by exercising this diaphragm, we will exercise all the internal organs, particularly the treasure organs. So focus, relax, straighten your spine, lock your fingers together, put that right below the belly button that we call this the lower Dan. Tan is the feel, Dan is the energy. We actually separate that into the lower, the middle, and the upper. The upper is the brain. So this is, whereas the kidney is the second heart, the dantian is the second brain. So we're going to take a deep breath, very slow, very gently, from beginning to end. Breathe in. Breathe out. Now we're going to unlock the fingers. We're going to maintain the stress on the wrist. And as we come down, imagine there's 2 rocks on the side, and we're going to climb the mountain. The reason we do that is that we want to stretch the upper part of the arm. The upper part of the arm has an energy line. It's a yang energy line because it's exposed to the sun. This is called the triple warmer or triple heater, or what I would prefer to translate as the triple focus. This is the one energy line that has to do with all the connective tissue. Okay, let's try one more time. Sit up straight, breathe in, breathe out. Unlock your fingers, climb the mountain. Now relax, completely relax. One more time, breathe in, breathe out. Climb the mountain, okay? Now, this is for the front. This is the gestation. Now we're going to do the back. The back is translated as governing, but I would actually prefer to call it the tutoring or the protecting. Okay? Open the shoulder. Bring up your hands all the way up. And now focus on your spine. Stretch the spine. And then now lean back. Lean forward. Stretch the spine, lean to the left, stretch, 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 all the way to the right. Stretch, stretch, stretch. All the way to the left. Keep it stretch. And keep it to the right. Now come back. Left hand stays on top, touching the left shoulder. Right hand stays on top, touching the left shoulder. Left hand grabbing the elbow. Now straighten up your spine so your head is pointing to the ceiling, putting pressures on the right elbow, or right shoulder, sorry. Now stretch to the left and come back. And stretch to the right and come back. The Chinese believe that by stretching the spine, you actually reverse aging. And the reason is that a big part of aging, there's certain aspect, but a big part of the aging is just the decrease of the volume where you can manufacture marrow. So your red blood cells and your white blood cells, they decrease over time. And big part of that is because the bone get oxidized. If you ever look at a skeleton, you will notice the yellowish of the bone because the bones are oxidized. So as you stretch the spine, you actually cause the spine to generate electricity because these bones are piezoelectric. And this would help reverse the oxidation process and as a result actually reverse aging. Now the question is, how often do we practice? How often do I recommend that we practice? Now I teach 7 times a week, every day of the week except Sunday. The reason I don't teach on Sunday is because I used to volunteer at the St. Quentin prison, but now it's closed, but it's in the process of being open. But with the Delta, it's very dangerous to be there, so I'm not going there yet. But I reserve Sunday for the prison. So I actually prefer to practice every day. On Saturday, we practice twice, once in the morning, once at night. The rest of the days, we practice 4 days in the morning, 1 day in the evening in Cantonese. But I also practice on my own in the evening, a different form, very slightly different. So if you have the time, once in the morning, once in the evening. If you don't have the time, once a week. But at least once a week, please. Okay, now we're going to come back to 2 more exercises. And this one has a lot to do with the heart, the cardio. It doesn't look like it, but it does, because we're actually working on the energy line associated with the heart and the lung. And much of it is around the shoulder, as it turns out. Much of it is around the shoulder. So sit up straight, open your shoulder, put your hands together, fingers touching, put it in the back below your spine, at the bottom of your spine, fingers pointing down. Now straighten up your spine, and then again lean back your forehead, tuck in your chin so that the top of the head is facing the sky. And now you turn your fingers so that the fingers are pointing up, and then you slowly bring your hands up, and then now hold it. Hold it. And at this moment, you open your shoulder. You open it as much as you can. You feel the stress all around, starting with your finger, your wrists, and particularly your shoulder. You feel stress both in the front of your shoulder and the back of the shoulder. The front of the shoulder have energy points associated with the lung. Now, interestingly, the energy points in the back are associated with the bladder. But the bladder is the protector for the kidney, and the kidney is the second heart. Keep pushing, keep opening, and now relax. Close your eye. Observe your mind as if you're observing the top of a pond. Imagine someone threw a big piece of rock in the pond. Keep observing. Let your mind settle. Let your heart settle. Your heart is actually pumping. Just let it settle first. And now we're ready for the next. So this idea that you have to go from the yin and the yang is very important, okay? When you're yang, you end up being energetic. You're actually using you're causing the sympathetic nerve, the fight or flight mode to be activated. And now you got to come back to the yin to balance that. The yin is the parasympathetic nerve. You got to really resolve the stress hormone in your body. So it's very important that you come back, learn to calm down your mind. Learn to calm down your mind. Okay? I grew up on a small island, so as I look out, I grew up with a small island. I'm constantly surrounded by water. So at night, and actually I grew up in Macau, a very small island on the outside of the Pearl River Delta. So it's a very shallow because all the sands, all the sediments are coming up from the river. It's a very shallow beach. So when the water recedes, then all you see is like rocks and crap or whatever. And then when the water comes in, you can see it very, very calm. Not only that, you can see the moon reflecting off the sun. So I always go back to that. So you go back to your favorite beach, okay? Go back to your favorite beach. Imagine someone threw a big piece of rock into that pond or beach, causing all kinds of waves. And don't follow the rock. Focus on the top of the water and just let it settle until you can see the reflection of the moon. Okay? Now that puts you back in the parasympathetic mode. Okay, very important. Okay? All right, now we're going to continue. So we did one exercise that's very good for the cardio. Now we're going to do another one that's also very good for the cardio. But the Chinese, they don't think of your body as just a collection of discrete parts. Everything has to work with everything. So circulation is not just about the heart. The circulation is about the heart and the lung. And it's not just about the heart and the lung. It includes also the kidney. And when I have time, I would do a follow-up to the article that I mentioned, where I talk about how all these elements work together. Okay. But for today, just say that when we say about circulation, it's not just one component. So this is both the heart and the lung, okay? And continue, bring up your hand. Now, mindful of this energy point on top, I translate called the labor, the palace of labor, okay? So this is part of your pericardium. Make sure that that's facing the heaven. Now take your right hand, cover that. Bring your hands down, focus on your elbow, push your elbow out as if you're going to break this elbow. Push it all the way out as hard as you can. Don't worry, you won't break it. You won't break it. Push it as hard as you can. Now focus on the elbow. Use your elbow to bring up your arm, okay? Don't lose it. Okay, don't make it really tight. Push, 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 push. All the way up. Keep pushing. And now when the hand reaches the eyebrow, just stay there. Elbows above the heart. Keep pushing. And relax. Now the other side. Same thing. Bring out the hand. Push the elbow. Eyes forward. Keep pushing. Hold it. And relax. Your heart is pumping. I know because I wear an iWatch, Apple Watch. Huh? I can look at my pulse rate. Come back to our favorite body of water. Just observe the top of the water. Calm yourself. Keep calming until you see the reflection of the moon. Okay? All right. So now we're going to do the third part. So what did we do? So we did joint exercise, warming up, increase the circulation through our joints. We did some stretching. Okay. Now we're going to energize these energy points. We do that with acoustic energy. So it requires that you form what's called empty hand. So when you go hiking and you want to drink water, right? This is how you drink. So you make a pocket. Okay. So it's very important. So open your shoulder, heads to the right arm, right hands in front of you, forming the empty hand. Now put that on top, fingers on top, and then the center of the palm pressing on this point, okay? Now rotate your head slightly to the left. Listen with your left ear. Wake up and concentrate. Okay, now we go to the right hand side. Left hand, put that on the right shoulder. Listen with your right ear, sit up straight, wake up, and continue. Empty hand, okay? Okay, now just for information, we actually work on a bunch of energy point here. So I talk about the gate of the cloud, gate to the cloud, that's one. And then the other one on the shoulder is called the well of the shoulder. This one actually belongs to the gallbladder. Now the gallbladder is the protector for the liver, okay? But the liver and the splint and the kidney forms a triangle. So and then the kidney and the heart and the lung forms another triangle. So when you work on one, you work on another, right? So this actually ultimately is helping a kidney. Now, why is it that I keep emphasizing the kidney? Why do I do that? Because that is the one thing that we all modern people have in common is that we are overstressing our kidney so that it causes all kinds of problems. One is that we're under stress all the time, eating up by our own stress hormone. That comes from the adrenal gland that sits on top of the kidney. That's one reason. The other reason is that our circulation is really, really bad, okay? And which causes all kinds of what is now called metabolic syndrome, okay? So the kidney is an important one. It's the one thing that we ignore. And it's the one thing that we abuse. How do we abuse our kidney? We eat too much meat. We eat too much salt. We don't drink enough water, right? Or when we drink liquid, it's not water. It's soft drink. It's power drinks. It's coffee. It's tea. But we just don't drink enough water. We don't sleep enough. We don't exercise. All those are really, really bad for your kidney. So you say, well, how do I know my kidney is bad? You don't. You don't. The kidney doesn't complain. God gave you two of them, one for spare. What do you want? The kidney doesn't complain until you have lower back problem. The Chinese doesn't separate the kidney from the lower back. When you have lower back problem, there's nothing wrong with your back. The back is considered the I guess the word would be palace. It's the house for the kidney. So if your kidney is start to be weakened, the first thing you feel is that you feel lower back. Okay? So the kidney is very important. Kidney contains all the essence. Don't. So what I'm trying to do here, and this is not based on some books that I read. This is based on my own need and my parents' need, is fix the kidney. How do you fix the kidney? You fix it by understanding those two triangles that I mentioned, which is the liver and the spleen / pancreas and the heart and the lung, right? So we work on this, we work on this. Now we're going to work on the heart. Heart and lung helps the kidney, okay? But this time we don't work on the mechanical side, we work on the emotional side. So we take this hand and take the hand, put that on top of the head, and we're going to tuck in the top of the ear. Now someone asked me, said, well, Denny, why do you do that? Why do you do that? Why do you always put the fingers on the top of the finger, on the ear, and then later on we're going to massage it? This goes into another concept, that the Chinese believe that these organs, well, not organs, these features, the ear, the eye, the nose, the lip, and the tongue, are associated with these 5 treasure organs. And the one that is associated with your kidney is the ear. Huh? Interesting, huh? Who am I to argue 5,000 years of history? Sit up straight, right hand. There's a reason why the Chinese are has the most people on earth, right? Because they don't die so easily. Think about that. Okay, get ready. Listen, wake up. Continue. The other side. Left hand, listen with the right ear. Wake up. Continue. Okay, now we'll continue to work on what is called the upper burner, right? Which is the lung and the heart. And so now this time we move back to our elbow, our favorite friend. The elbow has 3 energy points. This one again continues with this. This is the heart, the emotional side. And then this is the heart, which is the mechanical side, the pericardium. And then this one is the lung, okay? So put up your left hand, lock your elbow, right hand, empty hand, fingers on top, center the palm on the side. Listen with your left ear, wake up, and continue. Now the other side, same thing. Empty hand, listen with your right ear. Wake up, continue. Okay, now this is for circulation, right? For the heart and the lung circulations, ultimately helping your kidney. And then the other way to help your kidney is to work on the protector of the kidney, which is the bladder line. This is all the way in the back, okay? So open your shoulder. Use your right arm, center of your arm, reach as far back as you can. Take your left arm, use the back of the arm, reach around to the kidney. Okay, now get ready. Think of yourself as the vertical windmill. Okay, all right, so we're done with the 6 energy lines from the hand. We're going to do that now with the one on the feet. And first we're going to work on the feet, okay, on the both sides of the leg. Now, for some reason, I think a lot of people couldn't log in because I can't log in with my little iPad. So I can't see myself through the app. I can only see myself using the Zoom and also other platforms. So I'm going to try to imagine what it looks like on Insight Timer, okay? Now we're going to massage outside, facing the sun, that's yang. We're going to massage inside, away from the sun, that's the yin. Now the yin lines is such that above the knee is the liver, below the knee is the splint / pancreas. And remember now, the liver and the splint forms a triangle with the kidney, so ultimately we're going back to the kidney. Now the outside is gallbladder, which is the protector for the kidney, okay? So all for the same purpose. Focus, upper part, divided into 3 parts, and start with the middle. Get ready? Okay, now move towards the hip. Get ready? Now move towards the knee, before the knee. Don't touch the knee yet. Get ready? Okay, now close your knee. We're going to work on the yang side. Take 2 points on the upper thigh, on the thigh, from the inside first. Get ready. This is the gallbladder. Get ready. Go. Now move towards the knee. Get ready. Go. Now we're going to work on the knee. Okay, get ready. Okay, now you're on top, you're on the knee, okay? So the knee is a little hill, so you're on top of the hill. Now, just on the side, okay? Now move down. As you move down, it's as if you're descending from the top of the hill. Get to the point where you no longer feel the bone. You are at the bottom of the hill. So the energy point here is called the spring at the bottom of the hill on the yang side, okay? Now get ready, go. Okay, now this is yang, right? This face is the sun, but so is the front, right? The side is the gallbladder, the front is the stomach. The gallbladder is the protector for the liver, the stomach is the protector for the spleen. Okay, so this is also an important energy point. These two together improve your immunity. Okay. Now we're going to come back to that point where it's just at the bottom of the hill. We're going to go down a little bit more, about the same distance. Then we're going to go to the front. And when you get to the front, you're on top of the bone, right? So go to the side a little bit. Okay, so this is now kind of in the front, but just not hitting the bone, just on the outside of the bone. This point is a very important point. Get ready, go. Okay, so these two are very important. If you go to acupuncturists, these two, it's the most common one for them to work on. Now we're going to work on the inside, the knee first. Get ready, go. Okay, now again, feel the bone, move down until you're at the bottom of the bone, right? Okay, now go from the inside out. This one is an important point for the spleen and pancreas. So the spleen is part of your lymph node, so that's obviously good for your immune system, but it's also that one organ that's responsible for returning water from your blood vessel to the heart. So if you have any kind of swelling, this is a good one. Get ready, from the inside out. Okay, now we're going to do some massage, starting at the top of your feet. I don't know if you can see me. I hope you can, because I can't see through the other iPad. So you have 5 toes. Can you see me? You have 5 toes in between the toes, okay? In between the toes. Use the edge of your thumb, massage. One at a time, starting with the big toe to the little one. The big toe is the spleen slash pancreas. And then the little one is the gallbladder. Oh, it's bladder, sorry. I'll come back. Okay, now we do on the right side. Same thing. And now to the big toe. All right, so we did all of that, but we still haven't got to the kidney energy line. So now we're going to work on the kidney energy line. Okay, so take the bottom of your feet, cover up the toe, the remaining 1/3. This is the one. This is the one, okay? Now, really massage that. There's someone just told me this morning, which is very interesting. He says, well, if you can't massage with your thumb or you don't have enough force, try doing this. Now I'm going to try it in front of you. This is my first time, so it may not work. So use the heel and just massage. See? Use the heel. Yung go 격장아. Use the heel, okay? You see it? That guy is smart. Now try the other side. Okay? Sometimes, we just don't have enough strength, but I still have a little bit of strength, so I'm going to use my finger, my thumb. I think it's because I have a big heel. Okay, now use the knuckle. Okay, work on that. Really. Now this is called the Gushing Spring. I forgot to explain. This is the Gushing Spring, okay? Yeah, a tennis ball would do it too. That will work. I prefer to use my hand. I'll explain why that is. If I can, I will keep using my hand until I can no longer use my hand. Okay, now hold on to the Gushing Spring. Come up on the arch. This is actually the important point for the splint, but the splint helps the kidney, right? So same thing, huh? Press on that. Now, hold on to this, come down along the arch until before you reach the heel. That's another kidney point. Okay, now go to the angle, go straight down. There's an energy point right here. Okay, so this is good. Now the same smart guy who explained to me how to use the heel, he also said, well, Denny, there's another energy point right up here that is equally important. How come you ignore that? So I'm not going to ignore it today. So how do you do that? You just use your thumb and just slide it back and forth. So that's what I was taught this morning. Just slide back and forth. Okay, now go back to the angle. 4 fingers touching the bone, come down. And this is called the 3 yin meet. Work on that. You don't know how important these energy points are until you get sick one day. And you're lying in bed, maybe in a hospital bed. And all of a sudden, your feet start to swell. You start to constipate. If you're at my age, your arthritis start to act up. Why? Because you don't have enough qi. And when the gushing springs are not touching the ground, when you're not walking or standing, and you're bound to a chair or bound to a bed, you lost that contact and your qi is really bad. Then you will realize that working on these energy points is the only thing that saves you from all that pain. Otherwise, the Western doctor, the best they can do, they give you a painkiller for the arthritis, they give you laxative for the constipation, and they tie you to a machine that will just pump your leg. That's all they can do. All right, now come to here. So I don't call this physical therapy, I call this chi therapy. Okay. So on occasions, my father goes in the hospital, and when he's ready to get released, then I will work on his feet like that. I'll work on his feet. Okay, now come down. And now go to the ankle, come down on this. And then 4 fingers up, below the bone. Okay. All right, so now let me explain why I prefer to use my hand. I prefer to use my hand because the hand is designed for healing. Okay, the hand is designed for healing. The only point in your entire body that can give out energy is right here. It's called the labor the palace of labor. So we're going to massage that, okay? Now take your middle finger, fold down. Now you're touching the bone. Except the energy point is not on the bone, it's between the bone. So now you move over so that it's between the middle finger and the ring finger. Pressing on that, that's your pericardium. That's your heart. Now, there's another one, it's also the heart, but that's the emotional part. So you move over one, so now you're between the ring finger and the index finger. I mean the pinky, okay? Now, same thing on the other side. In the middle, move over. And then one over, okay? Okay, so we call the gushing spring the earth. We call the labor palace. We call that the being, the human being or the interbeing. The human being is sandwiched between the earth and the heaven. So now we're gonna walk on the heaven. Okay, so sit properly, and if you're sitting on a chair, make sure your gushing spring is touching the floor. Open your shoulders, sit up straight. And now take your fingers, put that on top of your head, going vertical down, just tapping it, okay? Get ready, go. Okay, all right, so this, wow, it's almost 1 hour, 50 minutes. So this just clear up the secondary energy lines, the 6 in the finger, the 6 in the toes. 6 of them are yin, 6 of them are yin, but they're the secondary. So now it's time to clear the primary, okay? We did a little bit of that by doing deep breathing, but to really do it right, we have to practice on the abdominal breathing, okay? All right, so we're gonna do some exercise to help us learn how to breathe with the diaphragm, okay? So we're gonna do 2 exercises, then we're gonna do some sitting meditation. So open your shoulder, relax, relax, let go of your mind, let go of your thinking mind. Focus on your body, focus on your hand. Let your hand rise in front of you. Wherever the hand goes, the eye would go. Wherever the eye goes, the mind would go. Bring your hands back towards your body. Lower your hand and relax. Sit up straight. One more time. Continue. Bring up your hand. Now as you bring up your hand, breathe in with your nose. Close your mouth. Bring it towards your body and then breathe out with your nose. Relax. Breathe in. Breathe out. Notice that there is a space between the in and the out and the in, right? Just relax. Breathe in. Breathe out. Very slow. Breathe in. Breathe out. Now we're going to change form slightly. Breathe in. Cross your hand, one in front of another. And then breathe out. All the way. Pause. And then breathe in. Bring it towards your body. Breathe out. Relax. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Relax. One more time. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Bring it towards your body. Breathe out. And relax. Try to pay attention to your breath. Just going to sit quietly for 1 minute. Just observe your breathing. Know that you're breathing in. Know that you're breathing out. Relax. Focus but relax, okay? Focus but relax. Concentrate on your breath. Try to focus on your body and not your nostril. Try to stay away from your thinking brain. Just focus on your body, particularly your stomach. Okay, relax, open your eyes. We're going to continue with the second exercise, then we're going to sit for 3 minutes. Relax. Now focus on your hand. Bring up your hand like the butterfly. All the way up, so the back of the hands are touching. All the way down, as if you're embracing yourself. Okay. Now as you open, breathe out. As you embrace yourself, breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. You notice that as we expand the lung, we breathe out. As we collapse the lung, we breathe in, because we're forcing the diaphragm to move up and down. So when we expand the lung, we breathe out, pulling the diaphragm up. And as we breathe in, we're pushing the diaphragm down. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. One more time. Breathe in. Breathe out. So now we're going to just sit 3 minutes, just 3 minutes. Quality, not quantity. But we're trying to achieve two very important purposes. The first one is that we want to relax. We want to learn to relax. We want to learn how to get the body to activate the parasympathetic nerve. Get the body to go into the rest and digest mode. You cannot force it. It's an autonomous nervous system. You cannot use your brain. You have to use your body. So we're going to show you, we're going to learn how to use the body to force force us into the rest and digest. The second thing we're going to do is, once we get there, we're going to learn how to circulate our chi. Okay? By circulating our chi, then we circulate everything. We circulate our blood, or our nutrients. Okay? So we do that in 3 steps. The first step is that we have to learn how to sit properly. Learn how to sit harmoniously with heaven and earth. Okay? So we do that by paying attention to 7 aspects of our body. The first one are the legs. The legs has to be, like the pedestal has to be firmly on the ground or on the mat. So if there's any space between you and your leg and the mat, put some pillows, so you're not using any muscle. Okay? We don't want to use muscle. We don't want to use any of the fire element. That's the first part. The second part are your hands. So if you could, try not to do any mudra right now. Just to let it relax. Just relax your hands. Okay? That's the second part. The third part is your spine. So I want you to straighten up your spine. Okay? We say we sit like the bell. So you imagine your spine is that little clapper inside the bell. It needs to be hang from the ceiling. So imagine somebody pulling the hair on top of your head and just hang it from the ceiling. Straighten up the spine. That's the third. The fourth is your shoulder. Open up your shoulder. Relax your shoulder. Review the 2 energy point, gate to the cloud. Okay? Now the next one is your forehead and your neck. So now lean back your forehead until your neck touches the collar, and then tuck in your chin. Next one is your eye. Relax your eyelid. If you cannot open both eyes, just open one eye, shut one. Open it just enough. Relax. Actually, when you relax, it opens. And now you can see through your eyelashes. You can see the floor, your hand, and the knee. The next one, the last one, is your tongue. So I want you to put the tongue touching the roof, the tip of the tongue touching the roof, where the roof of the mouth and the teeth meets. Just put it there. Now what that does is that it forces your saliva gland to be activated, to be reactivated. Because when you are in the fight or flight, the first thing it does is just shut off your saliva gland. You want it to restart that. Okay? Now, when you've done all that, I want you to take your entire upper torso and then move forward. And now I want you to move it back, but when you move it back, I want you to hold the hip in place. So the hip is actually twisted forward and the rest of your upper torso is leaning back. You feel the stress on your adrenal gland, so you're shutting off any stress hormone. So between the sitting posture, holding your spine straight, holding the pressure on your adrenal gland, and touching the tongue to the roof of your mouth, you're forcing your body into the rest and digest. That's number one. Number two is that I want you to focus on your breath. Focus on your stomach. Feel your stomach as you breathe in. Feel how your stomach expands. Feel your stomach as you exhale. Feel how your stomach collapses. Now, if you don't feel it, I want you to do 3 deep breaths by blowing air through your mouth very gently. Keep blowing. As you blow, you will feel your stomach collapsing. And then now relax. You feel the air rushing in through your nostril. Stomach opens. So as soon as you get a hang of that, then I want you to do what we call the intentional breathing. As soon as you know you're breathing in, open your stomach. As soon as you know you're breathing out, collapse your stomach. Now by doing that, you're exercising the diaphragm. The diaphragm is connected to all of the connected tissues. So you're actually exercising all the internal organs. Okay? As I said, the autonomous nerve system is not controlled by your brain. It's controlled by, I forgot the English word, but it's controlled by something else. There are some nerve centers, and they're interestingly distributed right around your spinal cord, top of your spinal cord for the sympathetic, but they're distributed all over your organs for the parasympathetic. So when you breathe with your diaphragm, you are exercising the organ. You are turning on the parasympathetic nerve. Okay. Now the second part is just that. Force yourself into this rest and digest by sitting properly. Okay, by being harmonious with the heaven and earth. Now comes to the third part. As you breathe like that, pushing your internal organs, particularly pushing your small diaphragm, you're generating electricity because the intestines are piezoelectric. We want to direct those electrons up the spine, all the way up to our head, passing through what is called the longitudinal fissure, which is the gap between the left brain and the right brain, and then all the way down, circulating the electrons around our body. This is what we call qi. Okay? So focus on your breathing, calibrate your posture, feel the air coming in through your nostril, feel the air going out of your nostril. Focus on your stomach. As soon as you breathe in, bring all that positive energy from the bottom of your spine, very slowly, all the way up to the top of the spine, to the back of your neck, to the top of your head, all the way around. As you breathe out, take all the negative energy and just let it settle by its own weight, from the forehead down the bridge of your nose, through your tongue, to the chin, all the way down to your stomach, to what we call the dantian. And just let it dissipate into your leg. You feel how your leg gets a little heavy. All right, now you cycle back as you breathe in. You start at the bottom of your spine. You bring it all the way up. As you bring up the qi, as you bring up the electrons, take your body with you. Straighten up your spine, open your shoulder, lean back the forehead, tuck in your chin. When it gets all the way to the top, let it settle. As you settle, you lean back your body, maintaining the pressure on your adrenal, but you lean back the body as if you're getting out of the way. Just let it settle, okay? So try that for 3 minutes on your own. Each time you commit to 3 cycles, up, down, up, down, up, down. Just very slow, very relaxed, okay? Do that for 3 minutes. 2 things to remember. When you sit like this and your body is slightly leaned back, we call this the one pillar supporting the sky. You are the center of the universe. And as you cycle, pretty soon you feel like the energies are going up by itself and you're just chasing it. We call this the wandering dragon chasing the pearl. And if you don't feel anything, don't worry. The harder you try, the worse it gets, okay? Just relax. Just have faith. This can't be harder than the way it was when I was 15 years old learning to speak English, okay? Trust me. This has got to be a lot easier than that. Okay, open your eyes. Okay, now we come to the last part, which is facial massage, right? Relaxing and removing stress from our top of the head, which is very important, obviously. Okay. But in the past, I talked about how my evening practice tend to be a little bit more spiritual, tend to be a little bit more introspective, restorative, all that. And I talk about how it's important to practice metta. Metta is loving kindness, showing loving kindness to others, showing loving kindness to the environment and all that. Because after all, we don't have a healthcare system in this country. We have a sickness care in this country, right? So when you go to the doctor, you're sick, and the best he can do is make you unsick. The concept of health is very different. The concept of health is very simple. The concept of health is being harmonious with yourself and with the environment. Okay, live within the heaven and earth. Live within your yang and your yin, finding the balance, finding the harmony, and being showing loving kindness to others is the same, just being harmonious with others. But the one thing we often ignore is how to show loving kindness to ourselves, right? How to show loving kindness. We don't remember. We don't do that. We forgot about this body, and this body's been with us, for me, in my case, 65 years, right? I just like every day I use it, and very uncommon for me to just like saying thank you. I would hop on the bus and say thank you to the driver, but I never hop on this bus and say thank you. So this is wrong. So today I like to combine a metta practice with our facial massage. And again, we come back to our old friend, okay, the palace of labor, the healing hand, and I want to focus the healing onto ourselves. I want to focus gratitude onto our body. I want to focus acceptance on our body, and I want to focus sharing on our body. Okay, so we take two hands and we put them together, warming up the center of the palm. Okay, now we're going to put that on the face, and we're going to be very thankful for our body, very grateful for our health. Now we're going to focus on the fingers, and we're going to bring our fingers through our hair, and now the center of the palm is touching the top of the skull, pressing down on the skull. From the skull we go to the back, continue the massage all the way down to the neck. All this time we say thank you. One more time. All this time we say thank you. Thank you for being with us. Thank you for doing all the hard work. Be very grateful to your body. Be very grateful to your parents, because without them you wouldn't have this body. Trust me. Okay? All right, now we're going to work on the ear. Again, the ear is associated with the kidney. So the kidney allows us to reduce the stress by reducing stress hormone, but it also allows us to increase the circulation. Okay, both of which are very important, and both of which are the real fix for metabolic disorder, any kind of metabolic disorder. And now to the bottom of the ear. Now we're going to work on the back of the ear. So imagine that the hands are like the two blades or the two fans, and as you sweep forward, stretch the ear. 1, 2, 3. Again, being very grateful to your body and being very accepting to your body, right? All the pain and illness that our body experiences, they're just their way of telling you that it's been a tough life. It's been tough. 65 years. That's a long, long time. Okay? I am so grateful. So now put your fingers on the side of your nose. Massage, relax, giving yourself love, taking care of this body. Okay? Taking care of body. You can't take care of yourself. How are you going to take care of someone else? Now take your two fingers, start at the corner of your eye, very slowly press down lightly but firmly all the way to the corner of the mouth. Relax. Tell your body, I love you. I truly do. Thank you. You'd be amazed how much self-healing you can do by showing love to your body, right? I mean, most of you have pets, right? You know how your pets feel when you either love them or not love them, right? They know. Your body knows. You have to love your body. It sounds stupid, but we don't do enough of that. Now take two fingers, put it at the starting point of your eyebrow. You can actually feel like it's just, there's a dimple in there, okay? Now relax. Tell your body to relax. I know how hard it is. I know how hard it is. I'm here. Okay, now take two fingers, put it in the middle of your eyebrow, squeeze the eyebrow. Get all the stress outside your body. Get out! Get out! You're putting my body in tremendous stress. We don't want you anymore. Okay, now one more point is, again, when you put your tongue between your teeth and the roof of the mouth, you're actually putting right here. So it's 1/3 of the way down from the edge of your nose. This is the intercept of the yang channel and the yin channel. Okay, very gently. Okay, now we're gonna show some love to our internal organ. We do that by working on the fingers. The fingers are connected, right? Remember we talked about these energy lines? One at a time. Show some love. Relax. We're here for you. We got you. Trust me on this. You start showing love to your body, showing appreciation to your body, showing forgiveness to your body will heal. Okay? There's a lot of example of that. Now, same thing. Okay? So you go and you do your fingers, you do your fingernails, right? How about just do it for the body? Don't do it for yourself. Do it for your body. Come on. Give your body some love and care. Okay? See how much your finger likes it? Your finger loves this. Your whole body loves this. The entire hour and 20 minutes that you spend here, it's all for your body. Right? Okay, now one last thing for your body. Get all the bad chi out of there, okay? It's in the lower third of your lung. Because when we use diaphragm, we actually increase your lung capacity. Sit up straight, open your shoulder, focus on your elbow, okay? Make some gigantic sound, wake up the neighbor, okay? Okay, I gotta go. My wife says it's time to cook. The kitchen is right behind here, okay? I don't have my own studio. Okay, thank you so much. I'll see you guys next week, okay? Keep practice, okay? Keep practice. All right, bye-bye.